stay at this
All right,
state.
so I don't know about y'all, but
all these things.
a lot of times when I get food out, I just sit in the car and eat my food, right?
It can't get
So I'm sitting in the car and I'm watching the podcast, Cam Newton, Funky
Them
Friday,
suing
right?
me every year.
And it's
Maybe
about
he has changed.
his
Surrender
ex-girl.
black, please.
And I don't know, man, if y'all know anything about this Dwight Howard conversation,
Party.
Before the party.
like I said, the podcast is about Dwight Howard.
After
And I'm gonna pause it so I can talk.
or before.
The conversation is about Dwight Howard and his ex-girl, right? And I'm eating sushi, by the way. The sushi going crazy right now. The conversation is about Dwight Howard, but more importantly, it was supposed to be about Cam Newton interviewing his ex-girl, right? And I'm watching it, and at first it was believable because, you know, all the information you hear about Dwight Howard and stuff like that. But the more she started to talk, the more I started to question what she was actually saying. She said she walked in on the conversation with Dwight Howard and some other grown men talking to a 12-year-old, telling him that his G spot is in his butt. Something about that conversation don't sound right to me. I'm gonna play it and I'm gonna eat. Y'all just listen, man. Just listen. This is crazy.
And I'm sorry to go back. This is me as the
Cam Newton even confused. He like, what?
Was this after you walked into the G-spot conversation?
Right, because they broke up.
After?
Yep.
So even after that, you said it was, whoa, what are y'all talking about? And even with that, like, I have to, we have to explain because now it's getting weird. I ain't gonna lie. It's weird for me even asking this shit.
I don't believe her. I'm sorry.
But was it
I'm sorry.
just a talk or was it like...
Watch this.
Like,
Cam Newton's so confused, man.
What was it? What about the conversation, or what about what you witnessed was the question?
I walked in on the G-spot part.
So you just heard G-spot. That's all you heard.
Well, the whole sentence, like, you know, what your G-spot is in your anus.
What?
Like, that's what I walked in on. And
They
I
having a whole
immediately went
conversation
off,
and you
and
just
as I'm
happen to
going
walk
off,
in
other
on
things
that.
are being said. Like, it's nothing wrong with telling him that. Do you know what I was doing? You know, like, all these other stories coming out. Like, this is how men talk. Like, you've been babying him. He had you his whole life. You know what I'm saying? I was a single mom. You know, like, hey.
Yo.
I guess this is what he's missing.
She
you
lying.
know?
She gotta be lying.
But now hindsight, 2020, when I asked my dad, like, did you have this conversation with my brother? Not like that. You know?
Ain't no
like,
grown
nah,
man having that
you ain't
conversation with
never
their
got
father.
anything. No.
What?
No, that's really
Yeah.
questionable.
But
That don't even sound
Again.
right.
But let me ask you this though, because from the videos that I
Like,
saw
you gonna
on
hold
TikTok,
on.
and I quote or might misquote, but it was
You gonna have that conversation, but you know what I'm saying, the sex talk or whatever. But never in the world is you just about to say, yeah, you know, a man's G-spot is in his butt. Bruh, first of all, at 12 years old, you don't even know what a G-spot is, bro. Like, let's just be real, right? So why would I believe that Dwight Howard told his 12-year-old son that his G-spot is in his butt? The more this conversation start going, the more I really feel like she came on this show to try to tear him down. I'm going to play it a little bit more.
something on the lines where you mentioned there were sexual acts that he wanted you to participate in and said you didn't feel comfortable, but you still did it anyway.
yeah.
Do you care to...
That was when we first started, like, having sex. Like, when we first met, like, when we first started, like, dating, and we finally started having sex. So this was, like, back in, like,
He
probably
wanted you to
early
perform
2005,
sexual
because
acts
he
that you
didn't
weren't
hit it,
comfortable with.
like, early.
Look,
But,
hold on, let me go back, because I was talking.
that was when we first started, like, having sex.
Watch.
Like, when we first met, like, when we first started, like dating, and we finally started having sex. So this was like back in like probably early 2005, because he didn't hit it like early.
He didn't hit it early.
But
girl, you struck out. I'm sorry. For me, you struck out. For me, you struck out. I'm like, I can't. When women do that, you know, and for the men, y'all know what I'm talking about, because y'all have been talking to a girl, then she be like, you know, I ain't never done this before. You lying. Nobody asked you how early he hit. That's not even relevant to the conversation. Who cares how early he hit it? Like, this whole conversation, like, she just
saying. But yeah, like early 2005.
What was it about that you didn't? Everything was consensual.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I was very green, and that's what I think people miss, because they talk about our age gap.
Which
like,
is what?
He was 18, I was 24.
Okay.
But
I need y'all to listen.
If people like have ever listened to me, I say all the time, like, I wasn't allowed to date until I graduated high school.
Okay.
I went to prom and homecoming by myself. My mother was a chaperone.
Let the Holy Ghost get in.
Yeah,
everybody know them the worst type.
So
the ones who
I started having my first relationship in college, and I didn't know how to navigate that.
Okay.
I lost my virginity to rape. At knife point.
Virginity to rape.
I
don't want to
started having sex with the guy I was talking about when
I don't want to comment on that.
Like met Dwight.
The knife point.
No, well, that happened.
Watch
like
this.
So
now she don't know how many bodies she got.
Knife point happened. That I got, and I started dating my boyfriend that I thought I was gonna marry.
Okay.
Yeah.
And that was Notebook.
Yeah.
That you was texting.
Yeah.
Okay. Now we at.
So now we are at. This is like number 3.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go ahead and say 4, because I think I had a thing in between there.
I had a thing.
I feel like I did. There. I'm pretty sure I did. So I'm gonna go ahead and give.
So you on your
come on, bro.
4th body?
Yeah.
Come on, bro.
Okay.
Come on,
and, bro. You know, I'm like, he's like green, just like I am, but you know, this is something.
And I'm sure there is some truth to her story, but I have to say, I'm feeling like this is fabricated a lot, because I just, for one, I have a hard time believing you walked in on the conversation and the first thing you heard was a man's G-spot is in his butt. That just don't even make sense to me. And he's having this conversation with a 12-year-old. Come on, bro. Like, even as grown men don't know stuff like that, man. Like, that's some new stuff that just. Then I think I was with a 4th person in between, so I'm pretty sure I was. So, okay, so was you or was you not? Now I don't believe you. Was it 4 or was it 14? I'm not buying it. I'm sorry. I'm driving and the video just gets worse and worse.
Well, yeah, because that's my toys. But anyway,
like,
she ended up leaving like I think the next day, because she like lost it. I was laughing.
So
I was like, why
just
would
to
you
catch y'all up,
like
she said that Dwight Howard was around one of her and her friends, and as soon as they walked into the hotel or wherever they was at, he just came out like, oh, y'all want to pull out y'all toys? I don't know.
Was you intrigued?
No. Mm-mm. And I've had a threesome, but no.
Watch this.
With him?
No.
Ouch. Damn.
That's a lie. Yeah.
What?
I did.
I was about to say. Thank you.
I thought you was all reserved and pastor's daughter and.
Huh? No.
Ouch.
I've had 2. But I don't lick marbles.
At this point, honestly,
I don't lick marbles.
I don't know what to believe. Like, I don't know what to believe.
When you say marbles, what the fuck is you talking
like,
about?
I'm not ever going down on a girl. I'm never.
That's a
She
marble?
probably lying about that.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
The world may never know.
It's like, no.